Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're back with round 2 of the Red Bull Juniors with P1 Race Community. We've got 2 races for you tonight. We've got a 10-minute qualifier followed by a 15-minute race followed by a 30-minute sprint race. Racing softs and mediums have to be used. Points then, AP Hammer 43 points, Mocking Weeks 36 points, Dizzy, oh look, I knew it was going to go too quick. Let me restart. It won't let me. Okay, it's going to have to run through the whole thing. Okay, let me look at points then. So AP Hammer is leading the way. Come on, get up there where I want you to be. It's going to make me play you, isn't it? Right, AP Hammer on 43 points. Mocking Weeks 36 points. Dizzy is on 31 points. Merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Hit me up, googlemail.com. Dizzy is on 31 points. Rob is on 24 points. Don is on 21 points. 22 points. Apache is on 20 points. Manny is on 18 points. Come on, quick up. We have Raffo on 16 points. Obi on 14 points. Pilgrim on 12 points, Ricky J on 10 points, The Dodger on 8 points, and the 2 non-runners from last week, Skippy and Dylan, no points on the board yet, but they are racing this week. I think both of them are in the room. But that is points up until now. Team-wise, it is a team event. We've got 7 teams. We've got green, blue, yellow, white. Oh, I'll get through to those. It is green leading the way with, come on, play. With 67 points. We've got blue with 48 points. We've got yellow with 42 points. We've got white with 39 points. Apologies, people. We've got Skidmark with 30 points. Orange with 28 points. And red, obviously, neither driver racing last week. 0 points on the board so far. So qualifying's just got underway. Let's have a quick flick through, see who's in the room. We have got Dylan. We've got Dizzy. We've got AP Hammer. Current championship leader Obi-Wan, we've got Raffo, we've got Manny, Don, Apache, Mocking Week, Skippy, no, stop it, Rob S, the Dodger, and Pilgrim. So qualifying just about to get underway then. Mr. Scales, evening brother. How are you? Did you end up going to that thing the other day? I can imagine probably not. Okay then, people firing themselves out on track now. Let's turn the nonsense on if I can. There we go then. They are the Red Bull, I know, Skidmark, Team Skidmark. Let's try and find Team Skidmark. I think it's, is it them? I think it's them. We've still got these wobbly lobbies going on, unfortunately. So, yes, it is in teams. Colours, obviously. Mr. Bowman, evening. And, yes, unfortunately, these boys have been renamed from Team, I can't even remember what you were, Orange or Brown, to Team Skidmark. Unfortunately, that's your official title in the listings, in the scores. Sorry, not my doing. Yeah, still got these wobbly lobbies by the look of it. It's not, you can see Obi, a little bit of a wobble. Same for Rob S as they go around these corners. Do the two-step bruv. Yes, you know it, Scout, you know it. Show them Ute mans how it's done for about 12.5 minutes, and then I'll go and sit down for half hour. Looking a bit foggy here at Red Bull Ring. I'm sure they're glad it is not raining. A very, very difficult circuit in the rain. Let's do a lap on board then with Manny. So into turn 1. Tricky corner, up the hill. Got to avoid that big curb on the inside. Got to avoid that big curb on the outside. Don't want to run yourself too wide. You will pick up a penalty. Bit of a straight. It's a couple of little kinks on the way through here, but pretty much a straight all the way down towards turn 2. Again, it's up the hill, right-hander. Great big curb on the inside. Great big curb on the outside. And it just wants to try and kick the back end of those cars out. And again, another straight down towards turn 3. Down the hill this time. Another right-hander though. Hard on the brakes, down to 3rd gear for Manny. Back on the power, down through the curve towards turn 4. Got to be careful with the throttle through there as well. Just wants to push you out wide. Same with this one. You want to get the throttle down as early as possible, but again, just got to be careful you don't push yourself out to the right there onto that sand. Penalty zone on this very back straight then. Into turn 7. Pit entrance on the right into turn 8, the final corner. Easy to run wide here as well. Again, in the wet, there'd be cars going backwards, left, right, and centre, but not too bad in the dry. Manny did plop himself in 5th position, but instantly got pushed down the order. Right, let's have a look then. So, the Danger Man, who missed last week, has already got himself a predominant pole position with a 1:31.7, a whole second faster than anybody else. Dizzy closest at the minute with a 1:32.8. Don in 3rd currently with a 1:32.8. Again, it is only a 10-minute qualifier, so they do have to still consider tyre wear and stuff on these laps. Possibly come in for a fresh set. Mocking Weeks then in 4th on the grid at the minute, 1:32.9. Raffo in 5th, he's got a 1:33.0. Obi-Wan 1:33.3. Manny, we've just been on board with a 1:33.7 for him. Pilgrim in 8th, a 1:34.3. Apache in 9th, a 1:34.4 for him. Dodger in 10th, 1:37.9. We've got Skippy in 11th. He's got himself a 1:42.9. P1 Rob 12th on the grid at the minute, 1:43.9. And AP Amma with a penalty, 1:40.9 for him currently. Sitting at the back of the pack. Again, championship leader currently. Won last week's round 1, taking maximum points. And championship lead again. Dylan in the lobby tonight, wasn't here last week. One of the probably the fastest driver. Mocking Weeks also picking himself up a second penalty there in this qualifying session. Yeah, Dylan arguably one of the fastest in the P1 stables at the minute. And he goes quicker again, 1:31.5 then. 1.3 seconds quicker than anybody else on circuit at the minute. Over halfway through this qualifying session. Can Dylan reclaim dominance after missing a week? Good to see the boys have got the founder of P1 smashed down the side of their cars. Let's get a better look at... Oh, that was the angle I wanted. There he is, right by the boss logo in his P1 shirt as well. Big boss man, Steve Morrill. Or is it Morrell? I still don't know. Top dude. Unfortunately, not with us. But his legacy living on in the P1 stables, continuing the race group he started up on Facebook. 6.5 minutes in then. Dylan still leads. Raffo's gone a little bit quicker though. He's found a bit more time. 1:32.5, but still a second slower than Dylan at the minute. You will see if he stays on that pole spot, Dylan. If he can get away from the maddening crowd behind, you'll just see lap after lap of pretty much perfection from him. If he's listening, don't let this go to your head and make your head too big that you can't drive anymore. Make me look like a donut, Dylan. He says grabbing himself half a second penalty for probably running himself off circuit somewhere. Last corner is always a tricky one. Turn 1 and turn 2 always tricky as well, running up that hill, avoiding those curbs. 2.5 minutes left of qualifying then. Nobody able to get close to Dylan's time currently. Full second in it between himself and Raffo. Mocking Weeks finds a little bit of time. 1:32.1 brings that gap between himself and pole sitter to about 0.7 of a second. Dylan just comes in the pits though. He's looking for a fresh set of tyres now. He's burnt some fuel off. See if he can set a new fastest when he comes out. Dizzy then into third spot. Obi-Wan's gone a little bit quicker as well. 1:32.5. So AP Amma now comes through right near the end of qualifying. Sticks himself into third. Pretty fresh set of tyres on board as well. 1:32.3 from him. Can he better that? Only 0.8 behind Dylan. Oh, he's just come out the pits, in fact, with a fresh set of tyres as Dylan. AP Amma. Maybe Dylan won't be going super. Oh, we'll just catch Mocking Weeks putting himself back on circuit. Dylan runs himself wide at turn 1. Now, what can AP do? Can he get that 0.8 of a second, 0.9 of a second to take pole in this second race of the championship, second round of the championship? Got a minute left on the clock. You do get to finish the laps you're on after the 10 minutes, I think. Dylan not running super quick there. Let's... Maybe just taking his time. Just wants to get to the line. That's all he's got to do. Then you can put another hot lap in. Again, he is currently sitting in pole position anyway. Seconds before that time runs out. Now he can get the hammer down then. AP unable to go quicker that lap. Also picks himself up a half a second penalty. That's this lap thrown in the bin as well. And he decides to spin it around at turn 1. Dylan pushing then on this final lap. The timer does tick over that 10 minutes. Final lap of qualifying now then. You can see drivers already pulling over. Was a little bit wide at turn 2. What's the next timing line? It's miles away. Again, he's already on pole. Looks like the majority of drivers that may have been able to threaten him have crossed the line or have messed up their final qualifying lap. Dylan then into turn 4. He's not purple this time, so 0.3 of a second down. Again, he's already on that pole position. Not under threat from AP Amma anymore. I don't think Mocking Weeks is... Oh, Mocking Weeks has crossed the line now. Anyway, AP's got a penalty he's got to lose. Dylan's got a penalty he's got to lose, but that's... that'll be on the next lap, which won't happen because that's going to be it for qualifying as everybody crosses the line. It is going to be Dylan on pole then. Mocking Weeks second, AP Amma third, Dizzy 4th, Obi-Wan in 5th, Raffo in 6th, Don 7th, Pilgrim in 8th, Manny causing chaos in 9th, Apache in 10th, Rob S 11th, Skippy in 12th, the Dodger in 13th, and who did we miss in 14th? Nobody. Why are we a driver missing? We had 14 drivers. Oh, it's 14 people. One of those is me. So we are still a driver missing tonight. Who are we missing? It's a Team Orange, I think. It is. So qualifying results. Dylan taking that top spot then. Mocking Week 2nd. AP Amma in 3rd. Dizzy 4th. Obi-Wan 5th. Raffo 6th. Don 7th. Pilgrim 8th. Manny in 9th. Apache in 10th. Rob S 11th. Skippy 12th. And the Dodger 13th. So a couple of minutes before we get race 1 underway. But I would definitely recommend coming out and watching Thursday's league, the WTC league set up by P1 as well. It's got catch up set on strong, so it's a great big elastic band between the race leader and everybody else. And the further you fall back, the faster your car goes, which can cause absolute chaos. Which, if you want to go back and watch it after this race, then I would highly recommend you go check out the WTC race over there on my channel. Yeah, nuts. It's just chaos. It could have been absolutely anybody's race. So race 1 going to get underway in about 2 minutes. It's 21:19 was the time given. Starting to get warm. Get a little bit of that fresh air in here. So what can AP Amma do? Oh, you know what I've not done? Oh, you've listened to qualifying quiet, haven't you? It's alright. It's okay. I've remembered. I've just turned it on. Need someone in the comments to have said, oi. It's okay. Race is on for the race. Sound is on for the race. Left the sound off for the whole night when we were doing the electric cars. I don't think many people noticed, to be honest. Right, race 1 just about to get underway then. The second we can get into this room. That's it. Right, so we wait for these lights to go red. And we wait for them to go out. And we will be underway for race 1 tonight then. Dylan on that top spot. Weeks we'll be looking for the move up the inside at turn 1. Got a couple of slow starters at the back. It is Dylan that goes defensive into turn 1 and holds the lead through there. Then Mocking Weeks second. Amma holds that 3rd position. Dizzy 4th. Obi-Wan right behind him. Don 5th. Got Manny and Rafa side by side up towards turn 2. S right on the heels of those two as well. Oh, we've got Skippy and Pilgrim battling it out for 10th and 11th. It was Apache and the Dodger that had poor starts, but they managed to catch up to the back of the pack. Oh, there's a driver off. It's Don spinning himself off at turn 2, and that's him now down in 13th position. Dylan then still leads. Just give him 1 or 2. Mocking Weeks has a little look up the inside of turn 3. Now all of the inside of turn 4. Not enough to make a move on Dylan yet though. Dangerous is Mocking Weeks. Maybe right there with them, as is Dizzy. Top 4. A little bit of a gap in lap 1. Getting caught out at the exit of turn, the final corner. Slows him down a little bit with that battle to the top 2. Fight then at top 5, 2.5 seconds away from 6th place Pilgrim. Best in 7th, Skippy in 8th, Raffo 9th, Patchy up to 10th, made up a couple of positions. Dodger and Don side by side. Dodger holds that 11th for the time being. Don starting to come back through the field as well. He's made up a position on Manny, he's made up a position. He's just about to make a position on the Dodger as well. Manny follows him through. The Dodger back down to 13th. Some little packs starting to appear then. Top 5 almost staying together. Dylan and Mocking Weeks starting to make a little bit of a break, although there is a gap between Dylan and Mocking already. And again, as I mentioned in qualifying, if Dylan can get away, break the toe of those drivers behind, which he just seems to be doing, you'll just see perfect lap after perfect lap really. Gap up to a second then on lap 2. Mocking Weeks not able to keep with the pace of the front runner. Here's that final corner that just caught AP out on the end of lap 1. In lap 2, Dizzy still right there with him. Oh, he's falling back a little bit. He's got 1.1 seconds gap now to the top 4. Catching with that curve on way through there, Obi. And then 5th, being harassed by Rob at the minute. Towards turn 2. Got the momentum, I don't think, not here to have a go at Pilgrim. On the break, though, Pilgrim gets a better exit. Yes, keeps himself right in touch with Pilgrim through turn 3. Just got to be careful on the way out of here. Turn 4. Maybe not, keeps himself right there with Pilgrim. Nice and tight line through turn 5, starting to make it look like he's going to make the move. Pilgrim's already gone slightly defensive. S unable to get him under braking. Pilgrim slots his way back through the inside, then holds onto that 6 by the skin of his teeth. Have another go. Another lap to do it. Skippy then 1.8 seconds back. He's got his own problems. He's got a Raffo and a Patchy filling his rearview mirrors. Oh, Raffo just has a little look at the inside. Gets a slightly better drive out. Between Rob S and Pilgrim still. Raffo under threat from both sides here. He's got Skippy running down the outside of Patchy, looking to move up the inside if he can. Holds his position, holds 8th. It's now Patchy and Skippy that are battling out for that 9th and 10th. Heading down towards turn 3. Skippy just carrying a little bit more speed, but he's not going to get himself in front before turn 3. Apache holds the inside line up here then. If he gets the braking done right, can Skippy tries to switch one back up the inside, but he's not able to get the power down quickly enough. Just to slot in behind Apache for that 10th position then. Down in 11th. All the way from Manny. 12th, Dodger 13th. 7.2 back now, unfortunately, for Dodger. Not properly escaped yet, still only a second between himself and Mocky Weeks. Dizzy has also made the move, he's got himself past AP. AP into 4th and Dizzy 3rd. Obi-Wan still sticking with these boys, he's just 1.4 seconds behind AP. Oh. Won't be any more. Unfortunate, that is turn 1 in a nutshell. 4 seconds back, dirty tyres as well. No threat from behind. You can see the gap back to Rob S in 6th, who has got his way past Pilgrim. That has brought Raffo right into the fight, and Apache and Skippy. Don is right there as well. He's got himself another half a second penalty, and he's 4 seconds back in 12th. Dodger pulled a bit of time back, 7 seconds. Purple sectors then, Dylan. He's keeping himself right there with him. Do have to use both racing soft and racing mediums throughout tonight's races. Looks like everybody's opted for the soft for race 1. Set of softs won't do 30 minutes, unfortunately. Yeah, everybody on the soft tyre for race 1. Now Dylan starts to break away. He's got himself half a second penalty he's got to lose, but he's got 1.7 now over Mocking. Mocking penalty free. Let's see what happens when they do hit this penalty zone. They've got a few corners to go yet. AP still pretty much bumper to bumper. What can AP do? He's having a look on Dizzy. I think he can make it work around the outside here, or can he? Oh. On a corner, unfortunately, he's going to have to back off, and now Dizzy to keep that one. Let's get ourselves back up front here. So he's got himself 2-second lead then, Dylan, as he hits that penalty zone. By the time he's into the braking points, it's down to about 1.4, 1.5. So yeah, not too bad for Dylan. Keeps himself up front. He's going to reclaim that gap as well. Back up to 1.7. These two pulling great big chunks over Dizzy now in 3rd. 2.5 seconds the gap between 2nd and 3rd. Mocky Weeks has half a second penalty to lose now, as does AP Ammer. Wheels off this circuit will cause that. Much contact between those two. Obi-Wan holding that 5th position, falling back from that top 4, 5.8 seconds back. 3.8 in front of Rob. Pilgrim, Raffo and Apache still there with him. Apache also with a penalty. Easy to pick up penalties here at Red Bull Ring. Closing up to the back end of this fight. 3.9 back, Skippy 6.8 back, 8.1 back. Skippy also unable to a race last week, so here's the first race of the season this week. What's happened here? Dylan. He's just put in 0.4 second fastest lap. I know your car's running out of fuel and it will be slightly lighter, but that's taking a hit there. Mocking Weeks, no mistake from Mocking Weeks. He's still got 2.5 seconds over Dizzy. Lap 7, 31.7 for Dylan. This lap's 32.5 and a 32.2. So finding time here then, Dylan. 3.6 second lead currently. Only about 3.5 minutes left of race 1. A couple of laps to go then. We'll be holding that 5th position. I'm not sure if that's driving or glitching, but kicking up the stones there, Obi. Yes, unable to close that gap up. He's kept himself out of danger. Pilgrim's now under threat from Raffo behind. Raffo's got himself that half a second penalty he's got to lose though. Now, Don also moved up the field. He's into 9th position. Will he be able to get his way past Raffo? Down, closes up, gap comes down to 0.8 of a second. So 2 laps remaining. Dylan leads by a fair chunk. Having a look at Apache. Close enough into turn 1. Oh! Apache though, there you go, catches a wheel on that curb, spits the back end round, puts him in the wall. A little bit of front end damage to contend with. He's got nobody close behind him, so he does only lose that 1 position, but he's a long way back from Manny now, 6 seconds. I just have to settle for 11th unfortunately in race 1. Dodger in 12th, Skippy in 13th, so Dodger making up a position. Still finding time here, 4.4 second lead. Again, it's not Mocking Weeks losing time, he's keeping that gap between himself and Dizzy, 2.5 seconds. Lap coming up then for Dylan and for everyone else. Whoa, throw it away now. 5 second lead, but put it in the wall. That'll go in the bin. Weeks trying what he could to hold it with Dylan. It did go for pretty much half the race. There was only about a second gap between them. But then Dylan just managed to find that little bit extra, and off he went. A slight mistake there from Mocking, that brings Dizzy to 2 seconds behind her, but again this is the last lap, so maybe not close enough without a couple more mistakes maybe from Mocking. AP Amma still a second behind Dizzy. Really in position, Can Raffo Don's up to 7th. All sorts of positions. Let's get ourselves back up to race leader Dylan. So this is it then, final lap, 15-minute counter ticks over. No penalty to lose this time for Dylan, straight through the penalty zone. Just this final score at the corner to go then for Dylan. Excuse me. There it is, flash of the lights as he comes up to the line, and he takes the win. His first win of the season. Again, he missed last week. Mocking Weeks is going to take second then. He takes third, AP Amma 4th. Everyone is going to come home in 5th position. backwards, kind of. S6, so fell a long way back from Obi-Wan, but didn't fall into the clutches of Don or Raffo. Took 6th then, did Rob. Don takes 7th, Raffo takes 8th, Manny takes 9th, just Apache right behind him. Sorry, it was Pilgrim takes 9th, Manny was right behind him. Come on. Apache 11th, Skippy is going to come home in 12th. Dodger actually not too far behind now, 4.4 seconds. That final corner then for Skippy. Across the line, just wait for Dodger. Takes that a final place in race 1. There it is. Race 1 done and dusted. Back with Dylan taking the win here then. So second race coming up, got a half-an-hour race, reverse grid as well. So they have to fight from the back, the faster drivers. Let's see what they can do. Everybody will be out on the medium tyre as well for race 2, so makes it a little bit different. Hammer's championship lead under threat already. It's still got a few points. Obviously, Dylan first round, a few points lead, but coming in 4th won't have helped his championship at all. So 21:45, flipping heck, 8 minutes. Can't you go at 21:40? Man, he's blaming Don and Raffo. Raffo agrees. Let's see what race 2 brings then. Reverse grid. There are results then. Dylan takes the win. Mocking Week 2nd. Dizzy 3rd. AP Amma takes 4th. Obi 5th. Rob S6. Don 7th. Raffo in 8th. Pilgrim 9th. Manny in 10th. Apache in 11th, Skippy 12th, and Dodger 13th. Again, Don did pretty well. He ended up 7th after falling to the back of the field with a mistake into turn 1. I think it was turn 1, maybe turn 2. But yeah, ended up at the back of the pack and managed to fight his way back to 7th. Not a bad result at all in a 15-minute race. A better time in race 2. Again, that turn 1, turn 2, always catch drivers out. It doesn't matter if it's wet or dry. Why does it look wet on circuit? Because yes, it is. We're still running the mediums. Maniacs. Tyres are on. You're on the inters, alright. You told me it could be raining. Oh, it's going to be absolute chaos then through turns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. It's probably only 9 corners, but they'll make up corners in the wet, I'm sure of it. So they can push a dry line through this rain here. Half-an-hour race, the weather could change. appearing, but that weather could change everything. It is raining, it's just moist on the circuit. A bit of spray being kicked up off the back end of Skippy's car there. Most drivers out on the inters. All out on the inters. Drivers opting for the full wets here then. Manny's gone for full wets. Rafa's gone full wets. Just going full wets. Slightly more grip, but the slower tyre out of the choices, the intermediate and the wet tyre. Into turn 2. So no qualifying, just the reverse grid from results of race 1. If they can get it around these corners, we got Raffo. Tricky circuit in the wet Red Bull ring. I believe that was a big yank of the handbrake there, Raffo. There is a slight wet line, slight dry line appearing. What that's like at the start of the race is yet to be seen. Wet enough for inters and wet tyres. How does that shape feel up in race 2? We'll soon find out. A couple of minutes left then. AP Amma tyres. What tyres have you got, AP? You stuck the mediums on. There's AP. Is he even in here yet? Yes, he is. 7 meters. Deep into turn 2 then. Going to feel completely different with these intermediate tyres on the slightly wet surface. He's just taking a little chill before the race 2 starts. Driving for Team Skid Mark. I didn't call it that. That's the reason. Driving a brown car. Both picking up penalties on that final corner. Again, easy to do here at Red Bull. Skippy exploring those track limits. 4 wheels off the circuit, grabs him another half a second penalty, skipping up to a full second. Then it is only practice. Not for long. Seconds away from race to start here then. Drivers. Oh, Manny gets that final corner wrong, exactly as I've just said. Easy to do, especially in the wet here at Red Bull Ring. Some personal view of his car. Struggling to take out a set of wets before this race starts, that's for sure. Making all the damage though. All sorts of chaos happening down the start from the straight right about Howler. There you go. Comes up flying through, most on fire. There you go, there's some chaos. Foreground, background chaos. He's trying to take a set of wets out again. Most impossible. The sun has come out in this qualifying session though, this practice session though, because that gives an indication of what the race is going to be. Soon, we may have to start without him. That's what the hold up is at the minute. So I'm going to phone to him, hopefully we can get him back in this room. Shout to go. Unfortunately, it's looking like Dizzy might not be able to make this second race. And no, that is it. And it is absolutely tipping it down here at Red Bull Ring. Oh, it's going to be chaos. Watch out for every corner. Every corner is going to be fun. Drivers on inters, a few drivers on wets, the red lights go on then, we'll wait for these to drop. Can everyone get away cleanly? Well, we're going to see drivers spin these Red Bull Juniors up and into the wall. And pit straight, no, looks like everyone's got away pretty cleanly. No, they haven't. Raffo spins it up, pins it into the pit wall. Everybody had managed to get the power down pretty cleanly. Raffo obviously started a little harder than everyone else, but Pilgrim's got it wrong through turn 1, so he's now loses position, drops himself down to 12th. And look at this already. Obi goes deep into turn 2, and Dylan already through to race leader from the back of the pack. Whoa, Obi comes back on track right next to him though. Who's that in the background driving off circuit? Was P1RCs gets it all wrong through turn 2, just to take evasive action onto the outfield. So Dylan from the back all the way to the front. Obi in second, Mocking Weeks into third, AP Hammer fourth, Don fifth. Oh, no! Oh, Team Green, both drivers into the wall through turns 3. There's a few cars off down here. Rob S back on track, AP Hammer back on track, but Team Green now all the way to the bottom of the field. Front end damage for Rob to contend with at the minute as well for AP Hammer. Just getting that hammer down a little bit too early around that final corner. Spins both Team Green into the wall. Dylan then 1.3 seconds lead over Obi-Wan to this penultimate corner. Again, not an easy corner to get through. Everybody through there this time. And then starting to stomp away. Obi-Wan under threat from Dom. Dom up the inside, up towards turn 1. Rafa's not going to make it easy for him though. Round the outside and holds on to that second. Mocking Weeks has a look at Don as well round there. These two now side by side on the exit. Skippy having a little look. Could make his way up the inside or through the middle. Mocking Weeks and Don still side by side up towards turn 2. Don's with the advantage, but Mocking Weeks. Oh, Manny slams the brakes on. Sideways into turn 2, slides across the apex, gets himself back on track, picks up a penalty into 6th. Raffo and Pilgrim all now looking for a way past him. Almost 3 wide into turn 3. Hammer trying to close that gap back up a little bit more, tentative on the throttle this time. He's got his way back past Dodger already though. Those are full wets. Enters for Rob S. He'll be looking to close that gap up on Dodge as well. 2.4 seconds down at the minute. Are just going to see Dylan start stretching his lead. 2.1 seconds over Obi-Wan. Comfortable in the wet at the minute then, Obi. Mocking Weeks for company though, just 0.7 of a second back. Final corner, not close enough to make a move into turn 1 yet, is Mockin. A little bit further behind Obi-Wan there as well. Down to 0.8 of a second, empty track behind him, 4.1 seconds back to those headlights which are Skippy's. Second back, able to close up just yet. Oh, a little wobble there from Obi as that helped out Mockin. Really, he's lost him a tenth to be honest. Towards turn 3 then. There's a bit of time here, Mockin. Can he make that back up? Turn 4, Obi's hitting the water on the way in there. Weeks closes that gap a little bit more, down to 0.5. Unable to get the apex through there. Puts himself in touch with Obi. Obi gets a little bit of a switch on the way out. Weeks closing up again, down to 0.3 of a second. Corner down towards this final turn, tricky one to get right as well. Obi then runs wide on that corner. Penultimate corner, gets himself half a second penalty. Keeps himself in front of Mocking Weeks for the time being. Weeks just needs to hang with him until we hit that penalty zone. Falling further and further back from this man, Dylan, now 2.9 seconds up the road, comfortably into first position. Maybe then with that half a second penalty, oh, he's gone far too deep into turn 2. That's already allowed Mocking Weeks to have a look on the inside on the way out. He'll have the advantage down towards turn 3 as well now. He was going to lose that position, but maybe a corner or two before he expected there. Mocking Weeks then into second position, but now 3.8 seconds behind race leader Dylan. Big gaps back to fourth, 6.1 seconds back to Skippy. He's got a mirror full of Manny in fifth. Don is in sixth, 1.7 seconds back. Rob S in seventh. Right behind him. AP right behind him. Apache now with half a second penalty. He'll have to lose that. 2.2 back from AP Ammo already. Into 11th. Raffo now 12th. Raffo, you brave man. Raffo has come in for a set of racing softs. He's happy that the track's dry enough. But he has now got to keep that car pinpoint precision on that dry line, or otherwise it's curtains for him. But let's just see what sort of lap times he puts in. Okay, this is an out lap, but he should still be pretty quick on the softs. Oh, puts himself wide on that penultimate corner, and there you go, the tyres get wet. Round he goes into the pit entrance wall. That's exactly what I was talking about. He's got to keep it on the dry line, and that is the result. A lap early for Raffo. 33.6 then, even with a crash. So will that make any of these other drivers come in? What do they think about that option? Obi-Wan and Mocking Weeks still bumper to bumper, even with Obi-Wan losing that half a second penalty. Manny's still with him, second behind in fifth. Sixth under pressure. Oh, sorry, he's putting Rob S under pressure for that sixth position. And around the outside for sixth, then for Don. Rob gets a bit of a swap on the teammate right behind him as well. AP Amma. These boys were both at the back of the pack after getting turn 3 completely wrong in the wet. It's certainly drying out now. Pilgrim 9th under pressure from Apache in 10th, Dodger 11th. Raffo on those. There you go, there you go. It's not working for him at the minute. Maybe a lap or two too early for Raffo to come in for those softs. So no, we won't see other drivers doing that yet then. Oh, even race leader can get it wrong, look. He's managed to keep it out of the wall. No damage on his car, but that's going to drop him a long way back. Obi has also managed to get his way back past Mocking Weeks. Both of those drivers make their way past Dylan. Obi into first position then. Mocking Weeks now with that half a second penalty he's got to lose. Can he retain that second with Dylan behind him? Penalty zone now then for Mocking. He's got a 2-second gap over Dylan. That allows Obi-Wan to stretch his lead now. 1.3 seconds. The sun's certainly coming out now. Still an awful lot of water on the outskirts of this circuit though. You can see the start-finish straight is pretty much dry. No, it's not. From that angle it's not. And Dylan both peeling over to the wet side of the circuit to try and keep these intermediate tyres cool. Obi leads by 1.3 seconds. Getting into second then, mistake from Dylan, costing those positions. He's back on the hunt. Top spot, 1.2 seconds behind Mocking Weeks. Another purple sector from him then. Manny 4th, Skippy 5th. Green team having a battle for 6th and 7th. AP into 6th, Rob 7th. Don 8th. So a mistake from Don just cost him those positions. He was in 6th in front of both of these green teams. Apache in 9th. Pilgrim just getting himself back on circuit at turn 2 in 10th. Dodger 11th. Still the wet. Raffo now in 12th. 40 seconds behind Dodger. 1 minute behind race leader Obi. 34.0 on that last lap. Must have picked up a penalty or something because it's not registered as a fastest. Purple sectors by half a second though, Raffo. That sun working in his favour now. Again, as long as he keeps it off those curbs, you can see the curbs and the certain parts of this track still got a little bit of moisture on them. Not so much the track itself, but I think the curbs are holding an awful lot of water. Rafo's just got to keep his wheels off those. You can see a little bit wet into turn 3. Ah! There we go. Wheel on the grass on the inside. And now he's going to struggle to get the power back down with those wet tyres. To be absolutely pinpoint precision. Unfortunately, it's not worked out for Raffo just yet. AP Amma comes in the pits now, though. He's dropped those racing softs on. Coming out of the pits very slowly there. Not sure what's happening. Ah, now that's the other problem that the drivers have forgotten. The pit exit is absolutely sopping wet still. Yama's really struggling. So unfortunately we've still got the pit exit glitch. Oh, the reset to track as well. So we've still got the pit exit glitch, so it does seem to be every driver is going to pick up a 3-second penalty when they come out of the pits just because the game is stupid. But unfortunately there, again, AP Amma just completely forgetting that pit exit is going to be sopping wet compared to the dry parts of the circuit. Leaving the pits, puts the hammer down, car spins up, and around it goes. No damage, but a big 6-second penalty he's got to lose. 3 seconds of that is unwarranted, really. Like I say, everybody's going to pick up that 3-second penalty when they come out of the pits. Oh, again, just struggling to find that dry line, AP. Those soft tyres costing him. Obi-Wan comes in the pits this lap. Manny into the pits. Rob S in the pits. A few drivers opting for this racing soft tyre, I think. Then it is now Skippy out front, 4.2 seconds over Don. Intermediate tyre on for Skippy, wet tyre on for Don. And Obi's done exactly the same thing. He's already got that 3-second penalty for coming out of the pits. See Manny, 3-second penalty for coming out of the pits. Who else came in the pits? Somebody else came in the pits. Wasn't Pilgrim, but he's got himself half a second penalty anyway. Don's not pit, and Skippy still leads 5 seconds now over Don. Halfway into this second race of the evening. Skippy brave it out for a whole race on those times aren't going to be quick enough at 1:39s. He'll have to stick a set of inters on, a set of softs on at some point. Otherwise he'll find himself at the back of this field. Stays out this lap, Skippy. Does Don decide to come in? No, Don stays out as well this lap. Loses his penalty. Previous race leader Dylan comes through. Again, just trying to gather it up with those wet tyre, those slick tyres on the wet. Drove him off circuit. No penalty though. Must have let off the throttle on the way through there. Dylan, another fastest lap, 1:35.0. Weeks makes his way through as well, also on the softs. Pilgrim, his teammate on the intermediate still, half a second penalty. Using his teammate for a bit of tow around the circuit. Again, gets him over to the wet side, just to try and cool those tyres down and aid his tyre wear. Apache not stopped yet either. Here is Manny, who has stopped. Rob S has stopped as well. Dodger has stopped. AP Ammett has stopped. Raffo stopped. A little bit of damage on board for Raffo though. So Skippy has made a mistake. Now releases Dom to the front of the race. 9-second lead currently. Again, he's on that wet tyre. He's nice and slow, so he comes in now then. Hopefully everybody's... gets the entrance a little bit wrong. Hopefully everybody's cleared the pit exit for him. So maybe it's nice and dry now then. Dylan comes through to retake race lead here. Fast as that, 1:31.5. Why is that done that? Oh, it wasn't. It was 1:34.1. It was a fastest lap. Skippy back out. Oh no, so he didn't come in. So he's still on those inters. 3.9 back from Dylan, but we've got a threat now. Mocking Weeks closing up on him. Showing now, most drivers have opted for that soft tyre. Again, Skippy may just be braving it out for the rest of this race. What's he got? 12 minutes. Let's see if he can just hold the position here with the inters on, but he is being closed up by Mocking Weeks. Looking for a way past. Already looking up the inside. Nicely done. Skippy giving him plenty of room. He knows he can't defend from the driver behind on that faster tyre. Mocking Weeks then. Work to do. 6.7 behind race leader Dylan. Tough order to pick up, that is, with only 11 minutes remaining. Skippy in third, stays out on those inters for another lap. Pilgrim also stopping out on the inters for another lap. Apache on the inters for another lap. But here we go then, the faster soft drivers starting to close up on them now. Got Rob S just 2.1 seconds back and closing. Dragging Manny with him, he's just 0.7 of a second back. You can see Apache in front just peeling over to that right hand side, trying to get those tyres as moist as possible. Keep the temperatures down on them. Racing softs now as well. Position for him. In front really, 17.5 seconds to Manny in front. Again, both those drivers on the soft tyre too. AP Ammett on the softs. Raffo is on those softs. Dodger is on the softs. It's just Skippy and Pilgrim. Or Skippy, Pilgrim and Apache then that haven't stopped yet. Three of these drivers are in a line, so it's Apache, Pilgrim and Skippy, or Skippy, Pilgrim and Apache third, fourth and fifth. Oof. Rob S gets that corner wrong again, picks up the dirt, picks up the oh! Just trying to get himself back on circuit there, then Rob. Some front end damage. Struggling, just trying to get this car pointing in a straight line now. A little bit of front end damage is going to cost him a bit of time and a bit of steering. Stays out of the way, allows Don through. that gap through to 5th. Breaks his way through past Apache. Now on the hunt for Pilgrim in front. 5.3 seconds the gap towards this man. Again, still out on those inters. Less than 9 minutes on the clock. Skippy as well. Another 7 seconds in front of Pilgrim. Holding 3rd. Again, just looking for that wet part of the circuit, trying to keep the temperatures down on these tyres. Excuse me. But nobody able to catch Dylan. Now he's on those soft tyres. That gap, I did just see it at 10 seconds. There it is. 10 seconds lead over Mocky Weeks. Skippy just 7.3 back on those inters. Looks like he's doing the entire race on these inters. As well on the inters, but there is Manny closing up on him, 3.3 seconds behind him. We'll see that gap start to fall pretty rapidly as well. Straight down to 3 seconds around that one turn alone. Again, another couple of tenths through the final corner. Gap getting ever smaller between Manny and Pilgrim. 7 minutes remaining pretty much. Pilgrim is going to find it difficult to hold off Manny for this 4th position, but Skippy's still got a good 6.5 seconds in front. Times have been coming down a little bit, 140s, 139, so that gap up is now right on the rear end of Pilgrim for that 4th position. To take faster, tighter lines through some of these corners coming up, 4, 5 and 6. Maybe get a run down towards the penultimate corner. Will Manny? Absolutely nowhere for him to go. Pilgrim goes defensive into turn 5. Nowhere to go now, dropping off that dry line now, just gets some more, tries to get his nose up the inside, doesn't quite work. Towards this penultimate corner, backs off early, does Manny. Still nowhere for him to go. Just put his car in all the right places, but goes a little bit too deep into the final corner. And there goes Manny through into 4th. Now he's got 6.4 seconds. There is Skippy just into turn 1. Seconds to Skippy, and he's got 5.5 minutes to do it. That isn't coming down over these corners a hell of a lot faster than Skippy will. Skippy might just be struggling now. The wear on these inters on this dry circuit, costing him a lot of time. Dylan loses a little bit of time. 7 seconds the gap is now between himself and Mockin. Maybe slowed down, just trying to get through AP Amma. Mockin now got 17 seconds between himself and Skippy. We just see Manny coming through that corner behind him. Got down to 4.5 seconds already. Manny could be on for a podium here. He's going to have to settle for 5th, I think. I don't think he's going to close that gap up on Skippy. Oh. Almost gets it wrong through turn 5. Apache, he's on the inters, stays out of the way. He's also got a penalty to lose, allows Rob S to go through. Again, a good bit of racecraft from Apache. Knew he's got the penalty. Obviously knows he's on the slower tyre compared to Rob S in front. Didn't make a thing of it, just stayed out of the way, allowed Rob S to come through. Oh, and then picks up another half a second penalty for running wide on that penultimate corner. Don in 8th, having a lonely race at the minute. Nobody in front and nobody behind. AP in 9th. It's just been overtaken by Mocking Weeks in 2nd. Dodger 10th, Raffo 11th. Unfortunately, we lost Dizzy. Weren't able to get him into race 2 for some reason. Now then, what's happened to Dylan? Has he gone a little bit fuel savey save? Has he? Possibly. About an 1/8 of the tank left. That gap between himself and Mocking Weeks. There is Mocking Weeks in the background. Just 3 seconds. He's got a full quarter of a tank. He can absolutely stomp this final race. He's not going to think about fuel saving. It looks like Dylan maybe. No, he's revving full. Not sure what his fuel map's at, but that gap is coming down still. 2.6 seconds. 2.5 minutes. He's got a lap and a half to try and fend off Mocking Weeks. He's giving it full beans here in this final part of the race. He's got the fuel to do it. Now, how's Dylan just gone for a 1 lap fuel save? Is that all he needed? That stretches back up to 3 seconds. Just a lap or 2 of fuel saving there for Dylan, just to give him enough to finish the race. I've got plenty of time to do it as well. He did have a 10-second lead. Maybe just changed his fuel map for a lap or 2. Maybe just not giving it absolute full throttle. Coasting into some of these corners maybe. Again, that gap is starting to stretch back up now then. 3.5 seconds. So 1 minute 30 left on the race clock. These laps are 1:37s. This is going to become the last lap then. Dylan crosses the line to start that final lap. And it does look like he's got enough fuel on board. Mocking Weeks can still press though. Dylan will be alright. So won't have to think about that fuel until the last couple of corners. Still needs to think about it. It's 3.2 seconds the gap. Mock in 2nd, Skippy still 3rd, Pilgrim in 4th. Manny, what happened? Rob S then punching his way through to 5th. He's all over the back end of Pilgrim for this 4th position. Pilgrim not making it easy for him at all, keeping his car right in the middle of the circuit. Into turn 1 though, that allows Rob S through. Now he's got 4.3 seconds to try and make up on Skippy for that final podium position, but it is last lap. Skippy's just got to keep it pointing in the right direction on this black stuff. He will take a podium here, I think. Got down to 4 seconds, less than that, 3.8. It is going to be Dylan then that takes the 2nd race win here tonight, so he's taken it all. Pole position, fastest laps, race 1 win and race 2 win. First week in the championship as well, missed last week and he's come back to full redemption. Takes every single point you could possibly get here. Mocking Weeks takes 2nd, also taking 2nd in race 1 as well. Skippy 2 seconds lead over Rob S. He'll be absolutely stomping this, seeing that 3rd position getting ever closer to him. Down to 1.3. It's going to be a push to the line here between these two. It's down to a 2nd. Less than that, half a second between Skippy and Rob S. It is going to be an absolute push to the line. It might even be Rob S that gets this here. Not, it is Skippy by the skin of his teeth. He takes it, Rob S takes 4th, Pilgrim comes home in 5th. Manny is going to come home in 6th. He was pushing for that final podium. Got it all wrong somewhere. 6th place for him. Apache will take 7th. Don 8th. So similar points to race 1 for Don. I've got AP Amaru who's already crossed the line in 9th. Dodger takes 10th. Oh, looks like we lost another driver. Obi? What happened to Obi? Obi disappeared. Lost another driver then. But yes, more good racing there. Again, Dylan, just unstoppable in these P1 leagues. You boys need to start doing practice lobbies without him or something. Just don't tell him there's one happening. Start up a new group without him in it. We like you, Dylan, but you need some more competition. Where's the bionic German when you need him? Hey? So that was the Red Bull Juniors from P1RC. Make sure you go and check them out on Facebook. If you want to get involved in any of the sim racing, go click the like button. Get yourself signed up to see what's happening. No problem, boys. No problem. That is going to be it from me tonight. I hope you like what you watched. I am actually going to be back on, what are we now? Sunday night. I'm back on Thursday night for the P1 boys again and their WTC League. Again, go and check out the last race I did on Wednesday night. It was nuts. It was nuts round at Mount Panorama, Bathurst in Australia. It was bonkers. It was almost unkeep-upable. That's what it was with the amount of driver changes. But yep, that's going to be it from me tonight. I'm back on Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Make sure you come and check that out. Other than that, I'll be back here, same time, same place next week, Sunday night at 9 o'clock for the 3rd round of the Red Bull Juniors. So yes, I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. You know the game. Most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Smoker. I'm out.